Hello. Ah, Edwin and Zoe. They're on the title screen. I missed it. Damn it. I was too busy prepping everything else. But you two just kind of stayed here? Okay. Yeah, sorry, Celeste, you are probably not getting that done. Gears. That's one based off of Crow T Robot. Oh yeah, Carl retired. Okay, well, I'm getting my bearings. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not sure, let's get them grouped up into their own little things. Nice. Fuck. No, wait, no. Friend. Yeah, one thing about living together like this attracts danger. Sorry, I'm gonna need to remember some of that stuff. It's been a while. Are they still gonna travel? Okay, yeah. Okay. So, oh. That's how that works. Okay, so. Put out the fires? You're crazy. So, for anyone that might be watching, the dragon is teaching us how dragons do grudges, and that is by a long, slow, painful game of burning shit down slowly. Surely that won't spread. Oh shit, I forgot about that. Oh shit, they found Thrixel. What? Okay. Approaching Bright Wizard Glen in the evening.
Well, if we go much further, we won't be able to light a fire tonight.
A bit later, while gathering firewood. Hey, look what I found. Does this mean anything? Shall we move camp? Is he holding anything? Oh no, that's a spear. Okay. Looks like some drove-in garbage. Oh, I know, he's Ray's, he's not Fred.
Let me see that. Ah, no, see? Break this open and... magic ring. Who wants it?
Oh,
How'd you know it was? This is maybe the 12th magic ring I've found in one of these things. I have no idea why they do this.
Why? What?
Why do you just wear one of them then? How come you're only wearing one ring? Why not one on each finger?
Here we go.
Where are you from? You never heard of the story of Leroy in Autumn?
Uh-oh. The name seems familiar.
Ech, these old bones.
Celeste puts another log on the fire.
Well, it ought to be because Leroy was the foremost musician of his time. Now, Leroy's instrument of choice was something he called the banjo.
Oh no.
Which the exact form has been lost to time. I hear it's basically like a mandolute, if you've ever seen one of those, but with a sort of drum attached. And of course he would travel all over the lands in search of stories, and songs, and frankly treasure. Now one summer, Leroy was traveling out to sleeping fields to look into rumors of an old song.
The story winds on, and the Thrixel started. What? The story winds on.
And the Thrixel started. First one, and then the rest.
What? First one, and then the rest.
Shut up, it's my story. One of them started stamping its claws to the beat. And the rest began to join in.
It takes a couple detours, maybe. Grace puts on another log as if measuring how much of the story is left.
And the great Gorgon Ulstrix fled the hall.
Huh?
With his hands clamped over his ears.
That's not Ulstrix. I've killed him before. Wait, is that Ulstrix? That might actually be Ulstrix. I don't remember exactly what he looks like. Yeah, that's not Ulstrix. That's just a... That's a... That's just a Gorgon. Dumbass trying to tell me. He was a tealish. The fire is nearly out. Also, hi, Gaster.
The heroine came at last to the innermost chamber, and they laid out on a cold stone altar were 5 magic rings.
4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. Okay.
Now Leroy was a damn greedy old fox, and he put all 5 rings onto his right hand. Just then he heard a noise. And there was the drove who had stalked him at sleeping fields. Kss. The heroine laughed and reached out his right hand to flex his newfound power.
Well?
And that's how he became known as Leroy the One-Handed.
You can't play the banjo with one hand.
Anyway, who wants this ring? Now that I've done terrifying the shit out of you, Ring.
Yeah, Jamlek's like, that story didn't faze me. Give me it. Also, where is he wearing that ring? His hands are fire claws. Okay. So, Gaster, to catch you up to speed, Kevin, Savain, the dragon that the Dwarven have tried. The Dwarven resurrected a dragon, the King of Summer, and we almost killed him, but he got away, and now he's enacting revenge by burning our lands. So we need to find him and kill him fast. Let's get that discus. What the fuck? Oh, that was his ambush. Yeah. Lose your inspiration. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna try and finish this one and then start another one. I forgot I still have discus. Damn it. Dumbass thinks he can stop me from discussing him. Discussing him. He sneered. Nice. Stop grabbing her. Damn. That would have been cool though. Hell yeah. Fuck you. Stop. Yeah, that's what you deserve. Alright, they're dead. What? It's fair. Alright. Yeah, figured that. Might as well. Where do we find ourselves? Fuck. Not that character. Oh, this was the guy that we randomly recruited, so this guy didn't create.
And out of a known hunter. Must have had some dramatic tales around the dinner table growing up, eh?
Cutting tricks wasn't dramatic. It was just something your mother's friends did. A life where you could trace your whole family tree within a few miles. Now that seems far-fetched. Can you imagine sleeping in the same house your whole life?
You reach a certain age and your own dedicated space starts to have appeal. Spend enough time out here with a band of heroes and you start to forget that we might be the strange ones. There's something to be said for pouring your heart into a place though, make it your own. I think about it sometimes.
A friend gave me this before I left to join the War Staff Army. He said hang it above my hearth when I got one. You're supposed to keep a home sturdy and safe. I don't know if or when I'll settle into one place, and I know you're not done yet. But maybe when you've got the dedicated space, it could hang above yours.
Your friend wouldn't mind?
Nah.
Well then. Let's hope I make it long enough to live this to give the stone a home to protect.
That'll be good. God, you're making friends. Okay.
Yeah!
Damn.
Nice.
Nice. Nice. Holy shit. We're fucking decimating them. Yeah. Help! I've been grabbed. Alright, man, why did you need to attack that rock? What did it do to you? Damn it. They're trying to break in. Grab the bone lance. And you know what? For shits and giggles, get that discus. Nice. Damn it. Worth a shot. Nice. Get that one. Get his ass. Yeah. Oh, sisters.
I still worry, but I'm never not going to worry about you. You know that. So don't take it personally. It's not a reflection on your skill. No offense taken.
Aww. Oh man, I forgot to put. Okay. Let's bring it down. It's that one, okay. We have no time to be putting out fires. Well, at least we don't have to patrol that one anymore. Oh, not deepists. Music of the Deep.
Oh, look. Here's the little spout. Maybe we should just wait for cultists to bubble out.
Great loaves of sandstone pile here, under green boughs that block the sun. The pines stand like family gathered to feast. They hide a tunnel mouth in their tangled toes. Careful, no one slept much with that wind going all night.
I hear something down there.
A hasty procession forms, following Celeste down into the lair of darklings and deep dwellers. Process of sound squeeze up the cavern passage. The cave air is dank, almost filmy, leaves its damp smell on the skin. Sagging notes of a horn struggle to float in here. It's music. Of a kind. You probably like it, huh?
Softly, we're not far.
The tune dives and rises, flails and sinks. As they reach the cave's great chamber, the song subsides with a final wail. They witness a hulking, horn-blowing deepest tossing its instrument into flames.
Daily, Dane, Ag, Bathok, Ag, Shivian, Strigastroon.
Celeste.
Shh, I don't know.
Unwashed bodies, burning wicks, and mold. They reek. A heady, muddling mix. The deepest woman fills the small space with her harsh, rocky syllables. What do we want to do here? It doesn't matter. Storm in and end it. The Chargent has won, spoiling the ceremony. A blue-lit battle breaks out. That's a lot. But also these guys aren't that bad. Ooh, please tell me. No. That works.
Hey, Sky.
I understand the risk. Don't stand in a fire base. Man, there's a lot. No. Nice. Not the one I wanted to get, but that way. No. Nice. Nice. Holy shit. Good job, Celeste. Good job. Damn, man. Jam looks like, shit, you're playing with fire. Who did we just mop up? The theater troupe?
Well, let's do a sweep, I guess.
They conduct a standard investigation. Thank you, Gaster.
There are these marks in the ground. Don't know the meaning.
Drawn to the strange statue, the charred remains of the horn, Celeste can only stare and turn thoughts over without understanding. Who knows crates, sitting in a dry space?
These stuff down here by where? I guess where they slept?
They clear the buried room of what they can use. Silence settles behind them. The light is left to die with time. Woo! Oh no! Anyway. I guess we found it.
Here, dragon scale cipher. A number of stones in a scale pattern.
Huh?
My family, we preferred hiding things to locking them up. Devised ciphers that only made sense if you knew our family secrets. That's reasonable, I guess, if you trust your grandchildren.
Gia kicks grime and dirt away from the flagstones. Symbols on their surfaces were barely distinct.
Lucky, they're still in place. The dragon scale cipher gives you directions and distances.
That's cool.
What are those symbols? There's a fire, and that's a broccoli.
That's a tree, you dumbass.
Spear, tree, flame, star, wolf. You think that's a wolf?
You think the wolf's causing the accidents?
Not a doubt in my mind.
First stone is east or west, depending on if it's on the lower or the upper line. You then ascribe directions on a clockwise compass rotation and read them left to right.
Fine.
Five stones, so east, south, west, north, and east again. And then I hope those symbols should each stand for a different number of standard paces to walk. You start by standing on the stones.
You do.
Gia pulls out her notes, jots the symbols down, and looks up their values. Then she faces east from the cipher stones and begins walking. 15, 16. Where the directions take them, they dig until they hit a layer of transplanted peat. Clearing the peat, they find a fairly preserved trapdoor opening to a smooth stair.
Just remember what I said about booby traps. I can spot them, I think. So I should go first, right? Or...
Uh-oh.
Cry!
Lighting torches as they go, Gia reads codes on the brackets to tell her where traps were laid.
Linfin, did you hear? Center of the room's a pit, I think. And duck under these banners as hidden bolts. Wait. Up. Your ancestors were a little strange, weren't they? Yeah, I liked them. This room should be clear, just don't be an idiot.
The central chamber has a high ceiling where shadows clamber away from the light. The noise in the trapped halls had been close and soft. In here, voices echo and footsteps swell to twice their number.
Pretty rewarding, isn't it? I certainly feel that way. When you execute the plan and it works, a lot of knowledge went into this. Well done.
I can just... Or should I... open the book first?
More light would be helpful.
The front half of the book can be read another time. It lingers on morning fond asides and recounts tales that only matter to the dead. Gia skips to the end. Some of the spellings are strange, but the Yandrek is remarkably readable.
Almelo Gauntdrill died then.
She updates the stilted grammar as she reads.
Died then, and her bloodline died with her. The other Finwalkers too, who all were heroes. They fell into death mist beside the dragon that they slew. Huh, they did? We bury here the Finn's ichor, the Drac venom that killed our enemies. Along with it shall rest the thorn of the Finns, Alma's spear. By their loves and homes shall our heroes be interred. I think of how the dragon's bodies became stone, how around the mountains all rose. At once now, generations of war have been swallowed in earth. Some ancestry carry on the traditions, but with the dragons dead, I feel the company too must dissolve with time. As he who was closest to Alma who slew the Summer King, of those surviving Dwayne, calm down, you ghost. My words have weight, and I intend to use them for peace. I have decided that, when I take a marriage name, I shall choose Finspear, to honor my friend and all our dead heroes. May they be remembered, and not frown on me, though I will not join them in the end. And do not lie among them now. Their legacy will be with us always.
Oh, shit. Okay, so technically, here's the thing. Alright, when I started this campaign, just to catch you up, Gaster, when you start this campaign, your hunter is noted by the character creation as like a fabled tracker and hunter or something like that. They were called, their last name was always Fenspear, but I chose to rename it to Haresfoot because the character I was putting in that position was based off of Bonnie from FNAF. So, Finspear here should be Haresfoot. So, Gia Haresfoot is now realizing that her entire family bloodline inherited the name Haresfoot instead of actually being from someone of Haresfoot. I'm gonna call it the hair spear too.
Prophetic words. My family weren't dragon slayers. We were just the people who buried them. Yeah, it's really a slight difference. Also, we're going to kill a dragon, so you better start acting like one now. It's a huge difference. How long have we traded off our reputation? Our history is riddled with favors folks did in deference to that legend, and it's a lie. Time tends to blur hard edges. Softer versions of the truth will better form and fit to young ears. We all liked believing the Dragon Slayers lived on. Plus, it sounds like they did run with the true. The Fenwalkers? They just maybe didn't finish the hunt, so to speak. The noise of a mechanism unloading and the throaty grunt of a wounded Drav comes from the dangerous passages that lead here. One wanders in and rears back, seeing them. Then it turns and flees. Yar, probably a group meant to keep eyes on us. If we let them escape, we might be showing our hand. Have to take care of them then. Fighting among all those traps, we'll need to be careful. When are we not careful?
Finn, you have lost a leg.
Yeah, so?
I was not told that there is a time limit. Defeat the entire tracking party within 6 turns. Yeah, fucking sounds doable. Alright. How much health does this thing have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have 10. Okay. That's why I can't. Damn it. I don't like that. Okay, good. Ooh, nice. Nice. Okay. That was turn 1. Nice. You know? That one's been poisoned. That one stepped on something. Alright, well. I hope you enjoy seeing me kill these guys. Oh, what a dumbass. Nice. Nice. Got him. Oh, where are you fucking going? Damn it. Please. Oh, thank God. Okay. That was getting a little bit too dicey.
Barren sky above the barren mountain, where they meet a pair of fire-knowing hearts.
Okay.
One is freshly flaming, and one is like a charred log with a little left on it to burn. Do you know anything about an afterlife? The Veld, we call it. A sky with green landings whenever our feet seek. We will all be winged, and the wind plenty, and the wind plenteous and grazing. The moon will be bigger there, turkeys will be large. There will be nestings to be had, wherever our bodies are heavy. In a long and fruitful war, the dead all rise at day's end and live again, to feast and crow, and boast and bliss feel.
No, that's not real.
Or do you not believe it is?
My beliefs are as good as your certainties, Pjark. Now speak practically. The birds come back and forth, but one has not come from Wildermyth. Do you know why? Why not from Wildermyth? They were sending birds before.
I do not know, but it is early still to receive their hawk. There will be a spring resort, I am sure. I actually think we got them all, and no one's dead from traps?
Returning to the central room, the others followed Gia.
That book was saying something. More of that Finn talk. It was about the spear, or some kind of poison.
A thick layer of wax seals whatever sloshes in the kettle-strung belly of this vessel. The spear blade is slid in around the edge.
Thorn and ichor. But the point was that the spear isn't the real weapon. It's, this toxin. Drag venom. Drag venom. Nice voice.
Gia stows the journal.
Let's take them both. I'm sure a dragon won't be happy to see the spear again, either. There's details about what drac venom is in this book. Can read more, but let's be under the sky first, and well hid.
Finn and Yonette sway and teeter the large container away by its handles.
If you can hear me, ancestors, I don't know how to feel about you, but maybe I'm willing to admit it happens. So, we alright. I don't know. Why did I drink so happily? The stories I was told. And why do I choke on the truth? I guess it's something in me. Maybe we've all got it. The hope, the desire, that we're special.
Levering the Venom's vessel up to the surface, they all leave that place with the knowledge that before the end, a final miracle will be asked of them.
There's no avoiding it now, is there? We hunt a dragon.
Thorn of the Fins. Stats equivalent to that of a dagger, but with the range of a spear. I mean, Yonette has to, and we're calling it hairs. Alright, you have to be in the fight now. Featherless flight.
Holding on? Yeah.
The heights of Moon Cliffs are bald, barren places crowned with wind-shorn rocks. Arid and unlivable, they nonetheless make attractive vantage points from which to view the land. Ooh. I understand what the Trail Warder meant now, when he described the gusts up here as arbitrary.
Hey, anyone else feel their skin crawling?
Oh. Something here you might want to see, Raven. something. Is that the right word? It's a creature's crumpled remains resting in the shade between boulders. The bones were maggot clean. Wow, that what I think it is? A drov. One of the wing knights, and a young one by the size of him. Inexperienced, maybe, got him caught in a squall. Dashed against the rocks. See how his legs were broken? Managed to drag himself a little ways.
At least the wings survived.
Raises a question now. I think there's more of the pesksome buzzards soaring these skies? Actually, I think this confirms there aren't. Think if there were others, this one would have been found.
Could have found him and left him?
Flight. It's not an honor they bestow on just any of their soldiers. The winged knights were revered, dreaded, glorified. Will we leave one of our most storied heroes to rot on a hilltop simply to avoid an inconvenience?
It's in a moment of quiet that the dirt at their feet begins to swirl. The breeze picks up.
It's a short but powerful gust, whipping and wailing among the peak stones. And then abruptly it dies down. They rub away the dust that covers their eyes and look around. About time we begin our descent.
Yeah. You know, with how we've been rationing food out here, I bet I could probably fly.
I'm gonna get Raven some Draven wings. Alright, game.
Not like these old bones will be needing them for anything.
Carefully, they loosen the straps that tie the wings to their wear.
Oops, sorry, skeleton.
I'll admit I'm a little astounded by the wing rights, or whoever crafted these, mimicked both the look and the function of the real thing.
Nifty, right?
As the food jostled bones later, they were able to pull the flight harness free. So would there be an ideal candidate among us for flight? I mean, who's going to test them out?
You know who they'd look perfect on? You know who they'd look perfect on?
Okay. Well, shit. Okay, so if I can actually choose, Raven is not getting them, despite how cool it would be to have Crow T Robot's inspired character to get the wings. The other candidates here are much better and are much more likely to be put into the battle. Hey, Gaster. Excluding Raven here, number 1. Numbers 2, 3, and 4. Because this is our warrior. He needs to get in close to people. This is our hunter. They need to kind of be sort of away from people. This is our mystic. They kind of need to be near enough to the action, especially since they're using a wand, which doesn't have as much reach as a staff. But, actually, you know what? I might put it on Celeste. There. The game keeps trying to do different music. That's funny. Celeste, right there. They returned the way they came, reaching the Trail Warden's camp by nightfall.
You came back with wings.
Gusts were high, otherwise the land was quiet.
You didn't, and, okay.
Oh no, not the deepists. Damn! Not only does it actually just destroy the town, it makes it unbuildable upon. Let's see. Ooh. I'm just gonna keep repairing sites. Okay, we're gonna save it. New save. They're doing it. Let's see if this works.
Others are ready. Gia, you alright? People throw around a word like beauty. I won't, but I like this view, I'll say.
It's morning, day of the soul on Summer Mountain.
It is beautiful, this land. Or it was. How old are you, Stiumpv? 26 circuits of the seasons, me, Shellowed Sin Pjark Commander. When I was 26, I was already a wing knight, and I had saved my warlord once, a wolf-eyed Hyant named Zavyak. Zavyak was my shield that day, in exile, but his sacrifice was honorable. Only the Veldvaren can know whether he was redeemed. The container's still all sealed. The container's still all sealed. Yeah? Thought you want to be the one to break the wax.
Doesn't take a library brain to figure our chances, and see they're quite small. Death is likely for us all. I wish I had some. I wish I had some guarantee that we'd survive. But I think today we should remember, it's not about us. It's about everyone, the world, the earth, the people.
By tomorrow, this feeling will just be something we try hard to recapture, to remember. Oh, that is poignant. He will not remember the warlord who rose and fell when I was sleek-scaled and still in the soar of my youth. Thavain, he was called. He was a stubborn, smart, pain-proven drov, a warlord from the egg, a legend alive. I raced to join his ranks. For most of my life, I failed to realize the many ways our legends fool us, and I was a fool. You do remember the great Devon Versal, I hope? I was alike to him in that way. The Devon believed so deep in stories. Myth, like the sky, is lush. I was Wingson earlier than anyone. Imagination is my mighty talent. Yes, Shallardson. This venom that the Finwalkers devised was crafted from plants native to their small, wet, unwanted stretch of land. If more is needed, the recipe's in that book. I took the precaution of leaving copies for some of the hill folks in case we fall. The compound coating a weapon will poison dragon blood, and as far as I knew, as far as my ancestors wrote, only dragon blood. It might not be smart to drink it though.
Hopefully it washes off. I don't want to be the guy with a smelly weapon.
Oh, you're not. I am.
Says, Yonnet. They smear their weapons in pasty Finn's ichor. Oh, everyone's doing it. They don't bother to clean up their final camp. They'll return to it, or it will be scattered by weather and time. They unwrap a few fresh pieces they brought for today. The best their people could supply. The sun is climbing.
If I was Mieshnak, the Moroseer, if I could back throw a black javelin through the stars to plunge through the whelm of time, I would hurl it at the feet of my younger self, tied to it a braid of signal ribbons. Fly away, Pjark, retreat, do not stop, find afar another happiness. Go, Yerk. But even she is just a story now.
Alright. There. Summer Mountain, an old name hung on those nail-sharpened, hot-hearted stones by hill painters of one age or another. The mountain trembles sometimes, trying to contain its explosive temper. The hummocks and young woods huddling near it are sweaty and bright. Nervous neighbors. Jean Celeste, raised in Yonnet, Jamelek, all tuck misgivings under their tongues. They stretch their legs and make for the mountain's red-black roots. Bristling lines lace the trails up to the summit where the dragon sits.
Yeah, Yakazek, Draven, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
The mountain booms with Draven ardor.
Under the tunnel and to the top. To Dragon King's mansion we go.
Come on, can't you let a moment have any gravity?
You only know you started singing it. Listen to them clang and sing. They stomp and rattle your name. Listen to them cry and blurt. Listen to their fearless love.
I do hear them.
I hope you will remember them, immortal. Lives seem numerous and little from high up. Nearly nothing, but so do stars and planets appear from our far perch. If even 100 stars went black, I believe I'd notice the death of the stars. Kavan, the night you hatched, I realized the world had ended.
Kavan, call me. Titles are for creatures who crawl and crave authority. The truth with me is crown enough.
I saw you would kill what is Draven, our society. A new thing would grow in its corpse. I wanted that because I was sure the world could be better, but... Gwek, I only ask you listen to the Draven chanting before their voices fade.
You forget I am very keen of hearing, Pjark. I do listen. I hear you sighing, gazing on the land and rule I gave you. You spoil your failing heart with softening memories, and grow embittered. I love you in my fierce unchanging way, but you regret loving me.
That is why you no longer say sister?
That is why.
Hisht. Regret erodes nothing of a heart's giving. Were all my love gone, oath would hold me here.
There is mortality's bloom. Honor. Beautiful, ephemeral, and so fragile. Perhaps you will teach me to grow my own someday. You will mend this rift you've wrought and live happy.
Perhaps I will get that chance.
No, Pjark, sister, that I hope for it. I sure hope I didn't need to train. What the fuck is that? Heat emanates from its glowing, rippling garb. In its eye, a promise of incineration pulses molten and mad. So, Jamlek, did you just dip your fry hands into the thing to get them? What the fuck? Can you do it? I guess if you hit them with your thing. Okay. Fuck, I don't know how I want to tackle this. Oh, right, it's against Kavan specifically. I forgore. Nice. Nice. Yeah. No! Not already. Nice. Nice. Damn it. Okay, how big is this map? Oh god. Nice. Nice. Nice try. No! Nice. 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 Hell yeah. Hell yeah. No. I'm making slow but steady progress. This is only turn 7. I need Yonat to live. I want all of them to live. Okay. Uh-oh. Nice. Oh god. Oh no. I don't know what that thing does. Nice. Oh, that's a good one to take down. Whew. Nice. Nice. Damn. Nice. Fair. Die. We're almost at him. Okay. Here we are. A handful of driven holds the otherwise vacant summit. They look small among the mountain's bloody-backed talons.
Where's the...
Then a crag dislodges itself. Clouds change course. Huge outspreading wings lift Kvahan off the mountain's sheer sides. Relax his bulk with stunning lightness onto the broad plateau. His gaze lands on each face like the flat of a forge-hot blade. The fumes up here, of oil smoke, sulfur, soaring flesh, make it hard to look at him, but blinking would take too much courage. At last the dragon speaks.
Familiar eyes behold me, and I'm glad. You can see me grown and understand the futility of your struggling, snarling, yapping, clasping.
He is matured now. The rocks ring harmonically, vibrating to his voice. His warm insouciance thickens and slows the blood, making wax of muscles. Furnace breezes steam their sweat away, but the stroke of the air is still a comfort. It's familiar and of the world.
I take from your silence that I impress you. I ask you don't let yourselves be cowed. Entertaining me is your goal, isn't it?
Gia almost speaks. Almost melts life into her arms. Almost recognizes how a hip articulates. A foot shifts. Almost, but doesn't.
And she was so close. How distressing. But yes, little barkless dogs. Bravery means something different now. I've changed the definition.
Maybe it's Kvahan's gusty gloating that begins to blow the dread mist away. Or it might be that these are simply heroes. Memories stir up in them. They remember green things grow not far from here. Gia remembers her dad catching her tears, the way his soft, cool hands massaged the flush from her sobbing face until she was smiling. They each have recollections like this. The paralysis of amazement and fear begins to leave them.
I think I must understand it, though. Perhaps you hope to prostrate yourselves before me, to bend and wag and call me a king? Mrekmat. So tell me something, Flame Fuel. To wound a dragon, to ruin his hold, to various supplicants before he has given them leave to be bones. You knew it would demand my wrath. What hate does your species bear me that was worth your annihilation?
Yonah is first to finally spit words.
No one was looking for you, old arrogant thing. The only purpose they had was to defend their own.
Her piper sounds childlike, dwarfed in dragon echoes, nearly drowned by the blistering wind that blows constant through Kavan's nostrils and maw. But the dragon looks upset.
Draknak Darid, Kavan, just...
They must say it! Hate is hollowed in their language!
It's primordial pre-speech that comes out of him, a form of expression unfelt in this world since Yeldalia of Winter was returned to her egg. The salty words he says aren't important. This is emotion made real. Real as heat. Emotion given a place and a state among the atomic rattle of is and isn't. What Kavan imparts is a crowded feeling. Rage, fear, sorrow, bafflement. The furied uncomprehension of an unloved despot. All aged, fermented over egg-bound eons. This is pre-speech, the true tongue of dragons, the only one in which they cannot tell lies. How perfectly clear things are then. Today is the final day. For Kavan or for humanity. Anything after becomes fate, a court to be reeled onto history's spool.
Our weapons are deadly to your blood. There'll be agony as they pierce you. Your chance was to bite while you had us awed. Now that's gone. My forebear may never have slain a dragon, but my inheritors won't say the same thing.
I shall set such a fire in you, your ghost shall forever fly shrieking, immolated even as they flutter ash-like, lost in the black wind of mortal oblivion. We've been preparing to die since birth. You'll have to learn much quicker.
Kavan, his menace humbles mountains and stars. In his eyes swirls a solar heat that could feed or devour all creation, whatever fate he feels like having. Pjark, the Draven commander, stands high, her eyes resolute, her voice is a steady presence in the air, unifying the motions of her troops. Fuck, there's still more. That's a lot. That's a lot. But that's also bad. Oh, I'm gonna lose people. Damn it. Everyone, fucking murder this thing before he gets a chance to murder us back. Hi, Pjark. Oh, God. Oh, no! Okay. Damn it. That didn't do much. Yeah, fucking kill him. Yeah. That's fine. This is fine. Ooh, nice. Uh-oh. Woo! Uh-oh. Alright, that dealt with the other Draven better than I expected it to. She's engaging someone. Who's she engaging? Jamlek. Nice. Nice. Strike him down! Well met, Kavan. Kavan! Startled by his own failing, the dragon simply, haltingly breathes. That quiet is not as complete as the one that follows, because his breathing stops. Kavan! And he crumples. Her cries are the cries of a lamed wolf in winter, left behind by the pack. The wound does not hurt as much as the dread. Heart-crushing, gentle-building dread. Kavan! Recognition of one's cold and terminal aloneness. The remainder of her power she now turns on Kavan's killers. Yeah! That didn't do as much as I wanted it to. Stop engaging Jamlek! Oh my god. The blow knocks Gia back on her heels. Pain doesn't come immediately, but the wet stuff dripping down her face is probably blood. She's never taken a hit like this, at least not that she can remember. This is Gia. She's living. Focus on surviving. Nothing more I can do here. She runs, hopeful that the battle can be won without her. Alone, she staunches her wounds. One gash goes particularly deep. That's going to leave a scar. She's got despair? Oh, damn. Misfortune eyes Jamlek hungrily. He may not be able to take the next strike. Rays must fit a very large decision into a very tiny moment. Jamlek, look out! He's gonna fall back. Ray's shout gives Jamlek just enough time to brace himself, but the blow still knocks him to the ground.
I think I need to get out of here. I'm coming with you.
You're needed more here. I'll be alright.
Shit, that's both of our archers. Fuck off, mate.
Yeah!
Oh my god. They lived. He's just gonna learn quelling moss. Whew. She holds herself upright on the rocks. Too much blood has gone for her wounds to mend. It's over. Drav, you fought well. But it's done.
Jack Narrow, Drav int, Purk any.
Gia nears her as she shivers in her scorching armor. Mom. What do you mean, Mom? What? Oh shit. That's Gia's child. Yana is daughter of Gia. No, I'm glad I looked. That makes more sense. Can I ask you? Why did all this happen? So many are dead, ours and yours. I want to know why. She manages a bloody sneer.
I am not. Know your words.
I can try, though. You can try. Pain grims her face.
Now time is late for talk. Zdierin dalad gwashik nirin ardraven.
Pjork dies on her feet and begins tilting away. Gia catches her, lays her down. Mom? What? I don't know. I don't know why. Sorry. She gave me a feeling. We should burn their bodies. Do you know that story? The Draven, as smoke they fly. Fly to the Veld. The dragon is dead. They follow past him and his skin already looks to be hardening. No sunlight swims behind the thickening clouds in his eyes. The group of them heads down the mountain. There's no reason we cut out the dragon's heart, is there? Keep hold of the dragon's egg? That's not smart, is it?
Nah. I don't pretend to know what I'd do with it. Do you? It's better where it is. It'll bury itself, that sort of things.
Gia and Yonette, Jamelek, and Celeste raise. They make it down.
What if the volcano erupts? And the egg winds up elsewhere, somewhere. Can't stop the world moving, can we? Just be vigilant as we can.
Feelings turn bright in the evening air. Words sound soft and rich. The incredible truth of what they've done settles in them. The dragon weight that bent their shoulders is gone. None of them has ever felt quite this light. Loyal dregs of the Draven army creep to the mountain to see the scene. They're surprised to find neat pyres and burnt bones. In the dark, they pull down their barricades.
Telik Kvanjan, Veld Thnak Jesek, It Shaladkin. Yesk.
For a while, Yonette and Gia will climb the mountain each morning and observe how the dragon decays. By the third such morning, Kavan's remains will be unrecognizable, hardened stone, other rock masses around them, seemingly pulled from the earth, or perhaps condensed from the air and dust. They'll go home eventually, to places their hearts and bodies can rest, among faces well beloved. That's her father! Dragon Slayers! My pocket's too heavy. Come take my table. Have as much as you can scarf down. It's weird. The normals of life come back and aren't quite normal.
It's really them.
Sorry, I have to take a screenshot. The normals of life come back? What's normal about this? Got a wolf lady and a guy that's burning. When you've seen how easily the world's colors can be painted ash white. The grin in broad daylight seems heroic, worth answering. And you go counting the things left unburned. Some things you recognize, some you never bothered to. Plenty remains. That's different now, isn't it? But plenty has gone away. Fire always eats until it's alone. Still ravening, must sink to its ember. The seasons bury each bone by each bone, and our faces grow hard to remember. It's all just a story to someone someday. Figment flesh stretched on a cold fossil frame. The heat says curl upwards, be winged, be free as night smoke, be never nearer than far. Their stories will never be ours. Damn. Yay, World Walker. Tessa the Tavern Keep has a story for each window on the wall, but if you can tell a better one than her, your drinks are free for the night. Nice. Hey, it's the turtle. Oh, look at that group of heroes. Raven took up the mandolutes and convinced a few others to form a band. We could call ourselves the Worst Staff Army, you know, since it's not being used anymore.
No.
The Worst Staff Band. That's what you should be calling that. That feels very Raven-like, you know. Raven's gonna start up that band. Gia built a lodge that attracted like-minded hunting enthusiasts. Days were spent tracking in the woods, and nights were spent exaggerating what they had tracked in the woods. Celeste became a fiction Wolf Vale. She could be found in the square most days, swapping outrageous stories and giving advice, whether it was asked for or not. So, she's in Wolf Vale. She's a wolf right now. There's no way I'm gonna turn that up. That's Celeste, by the way. She's changed so much. Finn gathered as many of his company stories as he could and enlisted Yonette to illustrate them.
Yeah, you told me you painted, but you didn't tell me you were good.
Ah. Oh, I remember that moment. Ray spent many a happy night in the tavern, enthralling the ladies with tales of his exploits.
And they said the history of Manson of Grimbask would never come in handy.
One day, Jamie woke with the lightness in his step.
I understand now, it all makes sense.
He vanished for 10 years and returned somehow unaged and full of contentment. I should have used the fucking bird at some point. I just kept fucking firing. My bad. I had the bird for a reason. Raven's retellings of his travels grew ever more fantastical.
I don't remember this whole episode with sea serpents. Maybe you were busy poking through a tower.
Gia would have at least told me. Winfin developed a passion for restoring ruined sites. They may not have quite matched their former glory, but he hoped the former inhabitants wouldn't be too embarrassed. Ah, I forgot Finn grabbed the Draven Warlord's sword. That is a cool picture. Also shows the fucking huge size of that thing. I don't remember who got the killing blow. Alright, well, Carlos being promoted. Damn. Alright. We've done it. One more campaign. 3 chapters. But it is the most difficult one. When do we get this little tavern over here? You're welcome, Carl. This is my thanks to you for sacrificing yourself for the enduring war. Okay, oh yeah, that's the thing I need to do. It's Kavane, not Kavan. Sorry. There we go. Okay. Ah, shit. Do I have time to start it? Maybe. I will start it. No. Fuck. It's 1:10. If I had gotten the start on this earlier, maybe. But unfortunately, it would have to be tomorrow and maybe tomorrow night. Well, Thank you guys for watching. We're so close. We've got some good characters. I like them. I will see you guys next time, where we start the Sunswaller's Wake.